From the Equiplex at beautiful Spruce Meadows, this is Maker Faire 2017. Here at the 2017 Maker Faire, I'm here with my good friend Gavin from the Rocky Mountain Model Club. Tell us a little bit about the club.
Well, let's see, basically we're a group of model builders, as you can see from what we've got here. We do a lot of public events like this. We also host the largest contest, I can quite confidently say, in Alberta, quite possibly in Western Canada. Last year we had 485 entries in our contest.
Wow.
We hold that down at Nanton at the Bomber Command Museum every 2 years. And we just kind of started figuring that, you know, when you see the stuff in the contest, you're seeing the best of what we have to offer and put out on the table. It can be very intimidating for people who want to get into the hobby. So look at that and go, oh my God, I can never do that. So we come here and you get to see us building. We bring all sorts of stuff, not always our best stuff. So it kind of brings it more down to earth, that, you know, we're not amazingly wonderful supermen to be able to do this. It's just dedication and practice and enjoyment. So that's why we do events like this. It's like I said, our first one is our build and brags. Okay. And we're here to answer questions from the public, you know, whether it's specific to what we're doing, subject matter, or techniques, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the club itself has been around over 20 years.
Wow.
In Calgary. It's been a long time. We're probably the longest running club in Calgary, continuous. And our membership fluctuates. We meet up at the Art Smith Aero Center, SAIT campus up by the airport. Third Saturday of every month. We're open to anybody who wants to come in and check us out. We try not to be doing a lot of business in the meetings. It's more, we're a social club more than a business club, although as in any club, when we have events like this, there is planning and discussion and stuff like that. We go to PM Hobbies regularly, try and do at least once a month. We'll be in there doing the same sort of thing, just building, talking to people. Basically promote the hobby, promote the club. We do Father's Day, Wings and Wheels event at the Aerospace Museum in Calgary. We're generally down in Nanton for their Nanton days. Hopefully this is going to be a regular venue for us to be at. Super Train, we were there this year, and that was very positive. We got a lot of good feedback about that.
Oh, great.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of crossover between what you do as a model railroader. I mean, I do the same thing. I do HO scale model railroading as well as classic model building. So yeah, it's just been good. We're looking forward to a lot more events, and we're now starting to do again the retreats up to Red Deer, where we stay at the hotel, Western budget, and they let us use their kitchenette area where they do their breakfast, and just come spend the weekend building models away from all the stress of, oh my God, what do I got to do next?
Now, how can people find you online?
We have a Facebook group page, the Rocky Mountain Model Club, which you can go check out. If you wish to join, you have to let us know, because apparently people can't look at a group and they go, oh, modeling, and you get all the women who want to, oh yes, take my picture. So we have to make sure who we bring into the club.
Gotcha.
Because we don't need to buy sunglasses.
And I've been a long-time member of that club because I used to build models as well. I actually used to do a show on model building. Yeah.
Too bad you quit.
Well, 3D printing's kind of model building.
So
maybe you guys will get me back into it. Who knows?
Well, you could be a supplier to parts.
There you go.
That'd be great.
There you go.
And then we also have a webpage, RockyMountainModelClub.ca.
So go check it out at RockyMountainModelClub.ca. Check out their Facebook, and if you're one of them kind of models, leave those photos off. Just go and check out all of the fun plastic model kits that they've got to offer over on their Facebook page and online. So here we are once again at Maker Faire 2017 at the Equiplex here at beautiful Spruce Meadows. I'm here with Matt, good friend of mine from the Calgary 3D Printing Club. Tell a little bit about what the 3D Printing Club does for the community.
Well, we're a group of like-minded enthusiasts who get together to share our knowledge of 3D printing. We give product demonstrations, technology demonstrations. We have monthly meetings. We meet on the last Thursday of every month. Meetings are scheduled through the meetup.com system.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook group, Calgary 3D Print Club, brackets YYC 3D, which I encourage anyone who's interested in 3D printing to get involved with. Our club is free, non-profit, and besides sharing our knowledge of 3D printing, we have a subgroup in the club who are involved in making 3D prosthetics. So we've done some work with a young recipient in Invermere who has received one of our 3D printed arms, in fact 2 of them now, and now we're working on a fully bionic version of the arm.
So if you're interested in getting involved in a 3D printing club, you're not really sure on how to get started in 3D printing, because I know I've been to the meetings quite often, not lately, but you know, I've been to those meetings, and I got to tell you, there's such a wealth of knowledge there. If you're just trying to decide if 3D printing is right for you, then check out the Calgary 3D Printing Club, YYC, and where can they find the meetings?
On meetup.com.
And they're held the last Thursday of every month. We talked about that at the
Alistair Ross Technology Center up at U of C Research Park. So in the northwest in Calgary.
I have a question about, say, the world of artists and what you're doing. I think Jeff was talking to us.
back here at Maker Faire 2017 at Spruce Meadows in the Equiplex building. This is a lovely place to have a Maker Faire, and I'm here with my good friend Cameron Farn. Cam, how you been?
I've been really good.
What have you been working on? Last time we talked, you were still working on Red Sands, which was all
right.
developed in 3D, right?
Yeah, all of the characters for Red Sands are developed in a program called ZBrush.
Right.
I've been completing those. I think we're up to now 30 or 35 characters.
Wow.
It's been quite fun, and we've been exploring 3D printing. Currently purchased a Form 2,
Okay.
which is good. Really enjoying the process of preparing those models now for export to that printer.
Great.
But the novel itself, which the characters sort of populate, that's expected to be done next year.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're really, really close now.
Awesome, awesome. So how has 3D printing now changed what you do in 3D space?
It's as the quality of printing's kind of advanced a little bit.
Right.
I think what it's done is it's changed the way I look at how I produce pieces. It's always been sort of a resculpt, or get as close as you can with CNC milling at the scales I was working at. And some of the pieces were up to like 5 feet, and the biggest one's 14 feet long, and things like that. So you're milling those out of EPS foam on a CNC machine, coating them with clay, molding and casting to get a final part. And so all that post-processing of a digital piece really adds to the expense of a product. It makes it, at that scale, it makes it kind of hard to, as we've learned over the past 5 years of touring the show, difficult to set up and take down and travel, and the expenses of that size is challenging for sure.
Right.
With the purchase of a 3D printer, or 3D printing in general, what it's enabled us to do is take the 3D model, which is now fully completed 3D piece. ZBrush now has a CNC plugin and a 3D preparation plugin.
Oh, wow.
And they've added some hard surface tools that allow you to break your model up with keying in some Boolean operations. So now you can separate out the 3D parts, all of those parts for that one object, and now send them for processing to whatever printer you want. For me, it's been the Form 2. I did a little test print recently of a 24-inch character.
Oh, wow.
Broken up into 6 to 8 pieces.
Now, for those people who don't know what a Form 2 is, that's an SLA printer, correct?
It is an SLA printer, a UV laser shooting from the bottom into a vat of UV curable resin.
Gotcha.
It grows from the bottom up. So you're shooting your laser this way in the vat and slowly growing it upside down.
Upside down. As opposed to FDM, which starts from the bottom and
Right.
works its way up.
Yeah, the filament deposition modeling, where you're actually extruding the plastic,
Right.
or a powder, like an object or something like that, where you're basically depositing powder and spraying on a curative.
Right.
This one, yeah, it just really works well, and it holds the detail. So the Form 2 has 3 settings, I think 100, 50, and 25 micron.
Okay.
For most things, the 50 micron really works well. The 25 is set for, I think, for jewelers,
Right.
for dental professionals, or,
Right.
or doing things of that nature. And I do a bit of jewelry, but I'm really looking forward, honestly, to seeing some of the characters out in the detail I expect at
Now,
the
I've
sizes I
seen
can.
some of your characters already from Red Sands, and we've talked about them on other shows that I've done.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't seen anything, go on to redsands.com, right?
I do have redsands.com, but you can look at, currently, everything's being built under the C77 Creative website.
Okay.
So you can go to c77.ca
Okay.
to look at the character work. And then I'm also launching a public art line. So a lot of new work coming out that's specifically fine arts related, which will also be, oddly enough, printed out as prototypes for different submissions to public
Right.
art calls. And that is CameronFarn.com.
There you
can
go.
check that out as well.
So make sure you check that out. One last thing before we go.
Sure.
If people are looking to get into 3D design for 3D printing, what would you recommend they start with?
I think still every day I sketch and draw. I think the fundamentals of developing sort of an art practice, I think you have to do. So illustrating, drawing, clay sculpting, all of those things really help. And then if your ultimate goal is to 3D print those products, is find a tool that works for you, a program that works for you. ZBrush has been sort of
Right.
the core program for me, but there are lots out there.
Sure.
There are lots of printers out there. I think if you're just starting out, it's find one you love and get into it as inexpensively as you can to start. Work out all your bugs, work out a process that for you, and then when you're ready, you can
Move up.
grow your business and move up. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. You got it right from the professional right there.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the First Layer. I'm Richard, and this is my good friend Cam.
Good to see you.